This is the Mazz and Bads Show with Brandon Marrazzo and Charlie Baduini.
Hey, Mazz.
What up, buddy?
It's time to make some picks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you over my Michael Vick 7 lead right now.
Okay. Here we are, headed into Week 14. Coming off Week 13, which unfortunately we didn't have a picks episode for you guys. But don't worry, we still went through, even though I gave Mazz some grace. He didn't get his Green Bay Packers pick in time, but I gave it to him anyway. So anyway, picked up 3 more games on me this past weekend. And I'm now, as you said, a Michael Vick 7 deficit over you in picks right now. But
for a guy who complains about location and weather, you really thought I was taking Miami and Tua in the cold? Are you serious?
No, but
Thank you.
I had a chance to get one game back on you.
To be fair, you didn't even get the pick in on time either. You were just like, I have a bet slip.
I have
that
a
I
bet
still
slip.
haven't.
I have
I'm
a
just
bet
saying.
slip. I had proof.
I still didn't have the bet slip. I haven't seen it.
You want to see it right now?
Yes.
It's a losing bet slip, but
I know it is. That's why I wanted to see it.
Listen, actually, nah. All right, so you opened this can of worms. You want to know? So I had a Packers money line, which they won. I had Tyreek Hill 25 receiving yards, which he got, and then Jaden Reed 25 receiving yards. Guess how many yards he finished with?
20. What was it? 25 receiving yards.
25 receiving yards. Guess how many? He finished
24.
with? On the dot. On the dot.
Did you throw the phone?
No, it was. I'm not a big better, dude. I put down like $2.50 parlays.
I think I'm done. I'm just done like taking like specific things. Like I'll take a winner in something, like the last UFC event.
Yeah.
I put down a 3-legger, and one of them was for Charles Oliveira to get a submission win. He had Michael Chandler's back for 4 out of 5 rounds and couldn't sink the goddamn choke in. I'm over it. I'm freaking over it.
Betting is just it's not
The
smart.
black belt in jiu-jitsu. You have a guy's back for 4 out of 5 rounds, and you couldn't get the choke. I'm done betting specifics. I will bet winners. I will bet this team over that team. I will no longer be betting guys to do specific things.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not usually a parlay guy myself. I like spreads. I'm a big spread better.
I hate spreads, and I'm also completely lying to you. I'm absolutely going to be betting Steph Curry to drop X amount of points. Like, I'm just so mad.
All right, well,
so bad.
How about we bet on these pick'ems? Not actually, but like bet our.
You want to bet?
Bet our pride on them.
I'll tell you right now. We could bet right now. I want that hair, bro.
No.
You're gonna be looking like me.
Not happening. It's just not happening. Never.
Not happening.
Not once. Never. Anyway.
You scared?
Well, I mean, how am I gonna? Why would I make that bet when you got a 7-game lead on me right now?
Maybe I'll give you 4 games back.
No. Because if like I got to get something in this too. You know what I mean? Like.
Okay.
Like if I'm shaving my head, you got to shave your beard.
Deal. I shave my beard twice a year anyway.
Like down to the skin?
Yeah. Baby. Bald. Got to get that exfoliation in there. My thing's too thick. Okay. All right, back to these pick'ems though, Charlie.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
We're getting way too. I'm sorry. I was just too excited. I'm sorry. All right, Thursday night should be one of the games of the week, if not game of the month. Green Bay Packers headed to Detroit to take on the Lions, where the Packers actually won this game last year in Detroit on Thanksgiving. They were able to walk in and punch the Lions in the mouth. Mazz, can they do it again?
I think they can. Honestly, I think Detroit's that banged up. I think Green Bay. I feel like we've just always been sleeping on them. I mean, they are way better than anybody thought they were going to be. And again, one of those teams hitting the stride when you need them to, have a hell of a season, and they're not as injured. Give me the Packers going to Detroit and dethroning everybody's favorite team for the Super Bowl.
I hate you.
Go ahead, take Detroit.
I hate you. No, I taking the Packers too, man. Okay. I thought maybe I was gonna get a little nice easy one on you. Actually, you know what?
Go ahead.
I will take Detroit. How about that?
Good. I know you didn't want it. I have 7 games to mess around with. It doesn't matter to me.
I might just take all opposing picks from you this week. Just to try.
Oh, yeah, we could do that right now.
You may have gone 15-1 last week,
Mm-hmm.
but that means you're due for a bad week.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Headed to the 1 o'clock slate on Sunday. Raiders headed down to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers. This is an easy one. The Raiders are one of the worst teams in football. It seems like the only team they can actually compete with are the Chiefs for some reason. But anybody else...
It's the rivalry. It runs so deep.
Yeah.
But it's not running deep against the Bucs. Baker Mayfield's going to have a day. You could put Baker down for 350.
350?
350.
Even with the bad ankle?
Yeah, 350 yards.
Okay. All right, we both got Tampa Bay there. AFC North matchup, the Cleveland Browns in Pittsburgh. Steelers coming off that big win against the Bengals. They have a chance at the number 1 seed, and they're definitely still trying to get there. Now 2 games ahead of the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, I'm rocking with Pittsburgh.
I think you got to rock with Pittsburgh. I mean, home field advantage. They're definitely going to be pissed off. Not too long ago, they just lost to this Cleveland Browns team.
Like 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
And I think that they have a lot more to play for. So yeah, they're coming for it.
All right, Jacksonville at Tennessee. Trevor Lawrence is going to be out with that concussion, so it's the Mac Jones versus Will Levis show. Yuck. But Tennessee at home. I think I like Tennessee in this one.
Dude, I just hate Mac Jones, so I have to take Tennessee. Like, you will never convince me that Mac Jones is going to lead your team to victory. I literally saw the Patriots win a game where he threw 3 passes and only completed 1 of them. All right, so give me the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to Mac Jones, though, the Jaguars did play a lot better once Trevor Lawrence came out of that game and Mac Jones was inserted into the starting lineup. But that also could be because they were just coming into that game they were like we're 2-10 or whatever, or who cares? And then once they saw their quarterback get cracked, they were like, okay, all right, let's lock in. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Another easy one. The Panthers are headed to Philadelphia to take on the juggernaut Eagles. Saquon might go for 300 again.
Dude, Bryce Young's resurging.
He is, but the Panthers...
The Philly is due for a trip up.
Dude, come on.
Are you kidding me?
What are you doing to me right now? What are you doing to me right now?
Give me Carolina. Never give me Carolina. Give me Philly. I'm sorry.
I know you were joking, but Bryce Young really has been playing. Did you watch that Bucs game on Sunday?
Yes.
He looked like Alabama Bryce
good.
Young.
Sure.
He was slinging it.
Sure. But he's not doing it against Philly.
Why are you shoring me?
Because it's not happening against Philly.
I'm not saying it's going to happen against Philly, but I'm just saying I feel like the entire football world was dumping on this guy after the first 2 games, and now he's come back, inserted back as the starting quarterback, and he's playing good football.
I will never have faith in an Alabama quarterback, so it is what it is. I wish him the best of luck, but I'm not banking my future on him performing well throughout these next couple of years.
You're not wrong, but it's a feel-good story. It's a feel-good story.
Sure, you know what? And I like to see him getting his kudos, but keep him moving.
All right. The Kirk Cousins revenge game. Atlanta Falcons headed to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. Kirk Cousins coming back to his former team, coming off a 4-interception game against the Chargers. Mazz, I think it's tough not to rock with the Vikings here.
I'm absolutely rocking with the Vikings here. Home field advantage. And a new backup quarterback that we never even got to talk about, right?
He's on the practice squad. Who cares?
Stop it. He's going to be elevated soon. Kidding me? Daniel Jones, the reign of horrendousness has finally ended. I called this. Nobody wanted to believe me, right? If you go back to our Red Hawk Sports Network days, Stefania asked us for hot takes. Do you remember this? Stefania asked us for hot takes. My hot take was that Daniel Jones wasn't going to be the Giants quarterback in the next 5 years because he's not good and he's not going to be good with this franchise. Everybody thought I was crazy, and then slowly but surely...
Was that really a hot take at the time?
It was a hot take at the time because that was the year that they went on to win...
Won that one playoff game?
Yeah, but they went on with winning those 9 games that were decided by 1 score in the fourth quarter, So it was no, Daniel Jones is fine, this and that. No, he's not. He's garbage. It's not for the organization. But I will say this. I'm not rooting for him, but he's won my respect with the way that he bowed out of the Giants. I mean, just taking all the blame, saying that I needed to be better, all that. It was one of the classiest things I've ever seen. And he's got... I respect the guy. I'm still not rooting for him, but I respect the guy.
So that's not even the quarterback that I would ask you about this game. How short do you think the leash is for Kirk Cousins coming into this game with first round pick Michael Penix sitting there on the bench?
I think after having 5 interceptions, you got to be questioning anybody. He's looked pretty good at times this season, but it's just been literally like the stock market on a crazy day, up and down. There's not as the consistency that you thought that they were going to get. So I think at some point we're going to see Penix. If he throws 2 interceptions in this game early on, I think you could actually see the hook come.
I think so too.
Let's see what the kid has. But it all depends on when those interceptions come, if they're going to make the move or not. I think they got to find out what they have in the young kid, especially when you're seeing a young Bo Nix slinging around and looking fantastic, especially when you see, Jaden Daniels lighting up the league just every other week. Even Caleb Williams looking decent. I think you got to find out what you have in Penix.
I'm with you. And I think the sooner the better. Not necessarily just because you want to rush him out there, but because, the Falcons have a chance here to win this division, and it's slowly slipping away week by week with these Kirk Cousins performances. So if you want to get some new juice injected into the team, you got to dump the most expensive bridge quarterback in NFL history and get Penix going in there.
Sure. Just got to see what you have.
Moving on, the New York Jets heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And Mazz, this is the first time all season that I'm going to pick against the Jets because they always get their doors blown off in Miami. Always. And I expect nothing less. The Dolphins are a 6.5-point favorite here in this game. I would recommend tapping that.
Yeah, I'm also rocking with the Dolphins. I'm sorry, dude. I just have no faith in this organization. There's not really much to say. I think Tyreek Hill is going to have a big day. Keep him moving.
New Orleans Saints at MetLife Stadium to face the Giants. Saints are 3.5-point favorites on the road.
Ew.
This
is literally the one game I don't want to watch at all. Give me the Saints, though.
Yeah, me too. I'm picking the Saints, but usually when I pick the Giants and they lose the week after they win, yeah, all right, yeah, give me the Saints. Although, me picking the Saints now means the Giants are going to win, right?
We'll see.
All right, NFC West divisional matchup. This game's going to be for first place in the NFC West. Seattle Seahawks at Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals 2.5-point favorites.
Give me the Seahawks.
Why?
I just the Cardinals piss me off more than anything.
They're so frustrating. Dude.
As a fantasy owner of my man, Mr. Kyler Murray, I want it to be great. I had to trade away Mr. Marvin Harrison because he's just nothing at all. You got to watch out for James Conner, though. He's been an absolute warrior this season, but I just do not have the trust in them. Not that I trust Seattle. I just, think Seattle just has more to work with, and I trust them more than the Cardinals. So, yeah, I want them to be better than what they are. I can't. I have no faith. I can't keep it moving.
I'm picking the Cardinals only because this is one of the only other games that's relatively close and could go either way, 50-50. So
and you need
I need it. I'm taking the opposite of you, and also go Cards.
You're John Bon Jovi right now.
Yeah, why not?
Living on a prayer.
Oh, okay. Chicago Bears at San Francisco 49ers. Niners 3.5-point favorites at home. So this is a tough one because there's usually that post-coach firing boost that teams get, which the Bears could get because apparently they really do like this Thomas Bryant, I think his name is. No, that's the center for the Heat. Thomas, jeez. Hold on. That
was funny. That was absolutely hilarious.
Thomas Brown. Yeah. Thank you. He's going to be the head coach. He's ever since they fired Waldron, who was the offensive coordinator, and made him the offensive coordinator. Brian, I'm talking about, or Brown. Geez, I'm sorry. He has gotten the best out of Caleb Williams these last few weeks. Although I just don't think it's enough to beat the Niners. I don't know.
Imagine being elevated from offensive coordinator and then to interim head coach.
Dude,
all within what was it, 3 weeks?
Passing game coordinator, offensive coordinator, interim head coach.
Like, what?
Yeah.
I'm rooting for the guy. And you know what? I'll put my money where my mouth is. I think that there's just too many injuries. I know that they're going to be pissed off coming off of it, but I think this guy's going to try to make a statement. And I think, especially with not only McCaffrey down, Jordan Mason down, a passing game that's looking, give me the Bears.
Give me San Fran. They're playing for pride at this point. I know we said they're almost virtually eliminated from the playoffs. Not necessarily there yet. They're still going to pick up some more wins here and there. Give me San Fran at home, coming after that snow game Sunday night. Okay, another West Coast game. Buffalo Bills at the Los Angeles Rams. Bills.
I got to rock with the Bills, but this is a game that, has Matt Stafford masterclass out of nowhere written all over it.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see it.
Because he always it just comes when you least expect it. Boom! Cooper Kupp getting hit with freaking, 10 passes towards him. He catches 8 of them for freaking 122 yards and 3 touchdowns. It's just, this has that screaming all over it, but I will not differentiate from the Bills out of respect for them because I've already disrespected them way too much at the beginning of the season.
All right, we're both rocking Buffalo there. On to Sunday Night Football. Los Angeles Chargers in Kansas City to face the Chiefs. This one's tough.
Give me the Chiefs. The fix is in. Just give me the Chiefs.
The fix is in, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to go against the Chiefs,
Dude,
especially when they're playing at home.
The broadcasters favor them. The fans tend to favor them because everybody just wants to get on the Glaze train of Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. It's just the league obviously loves the viewership. They are the reason women watch football more within the past couple of years because of the Taylor Swift factor. It's still there. Okay, every time Travis Kelce touches the damn ball or the game's over, they pan it right on over to her just to make sure that people get their fix of seeing the superstar. All right, like this is the money maker right now, and you don't mess with the money. That's why they protect it. That's why the fix is in. That's why the Chargers don't have a. They're gonna make it look close, because I think the Chargers are definitely better than what people thought they were gonna be, including us. But the Chiefs are still going to win. They're home, for crying out loud.
We'll see. They had they had a run for their money on their hands with the Raiders this past week, and another divisional opponent on the schedule next week. I'm with you. I'm rocking Kansas City, but you're right. I think it'll be a close game within a touchdown.
Do you think Andy Reid is going to allow this to happen again?
Maybe.
Never that.
All right, capping things off with Monday Night Football. Cincinnati Bengals down to Dallas to face the Cooper Rush Cowboys. Micah Parsons said, "We're coming. We're coming." Are they coming, Mazz? Are the Cowboys on their way up?
A hill that I don't want them to climb, sure. I would much rather get the higher draft pick and trade back from it, but even with the defense and the offense, give me the Bengals, dude. They're not stopping Joe Burrow right now with pride. I'm sorry.
No way.
I want them to. No, I don't want them to. Call me a fake fan, whatever. The season's a wash, all right? I need Jerry to be convinced that it's time to bring in Bill Belichick, so I don't want them to win, because that's what's the only thing that's going to lead me to greatness. So, if they do win, I don't even. It's kind of even hard to, enjoy it, I just got to rock with the Bengals here. Joe Burrow has just been immaculate. There's no reason that the Cowboys secondary is going to be the reason to stop that. And even the pass rush hasn't been phenomenal this season. So I don't have any faith there. And the offenses, good God. I mean, hopefully for those CeeDee Lamb fantasy owners can get something going with that Bengals defense. But at the same time, I want this organization and the fan base to realize this offense doesn't mean anything. Without Dak Prescott, and go get him a damn running back and get him a new coach, and we could probably win some big games in the future. I want everybody to wake up out of this hypnotic bullshit dream that Cooper Rush could save the day, that this team actually is decent, and that they could actually do something with the current roster and coach that they have, and they can't.
Yeah, I don't even know what Micah Parsons was talking about last week after that win. dude, you guys are at 5 wins, and like I said on the previous episode, the Commanders right now, the 7th seed in the NFC, have 8 wins. You're 3 games back.
I mean, what do you want him to say? I mean,
I guess.
He's got to be hyped, I guess, but I think the smarter thing would just be to just shut the hell up. I'm not saying not to talk. I'm just saying don't talk on this subject. Like, don't tell us that you're coming, because I swear to God, if you guys lay an egg in this game, I just, every time you talk, I just have nothing to care about, because clearly you don't even believe what you're selling.
All right, Mazz, that's week 14 in the books. Any hot predictions about any of these games in particular?
Yeah, I think we're going to see Penix.
You think we're going to see Penix?
I think we're going to see Penix.
They're going to bench Kirk in his revenge game, really?
I think it's going to be in the third quarter. I think it's just going to be that abysmal. Because, here's the thing. Like, the Vikings, I'm pretty sure, have the number 1 rushing defense right now. Their defense has been looking pretty good. They still have that offense capabilities. I actually think that they're going to put on a dominant performance in that first half. I think Atlanta's going to get frustrated, and I think at halftime they're going to pull the plug.
Interesting. I could see it, especially after that the 4 interceptions last week against the Chargers. They lost in the game.
Was it 4 or 5?
It was 4.
It was 4. My bad. I just said 5 before.
That's all good.
But still, I mean, 4 interceptions is unacceptable.
Yeah, no.
Unacceptable.
And it's not even like they were like tips or bobbled passes. They were just straight up bad throws.
I'm going to be honest with you. I could have Tom Brady in a game. If he threw 4 interceptions, I'm instantly, buddy, you're just not having a day. It's okay. I'm not saying that I'm benching you the rest of the season, but you're going to go take this one off. Let's get your head right. There's no reason to get you more frustrated and get you injured. I pay backup quarterbacks for a reason. Let's go see what you got, buddy. I'm not saying that they're going to be rocking with Penix the rest of the season. I'm just saying, see what you got.
My hot prediction, Dolphins hang 40 on the Jets.
Wow.
That's how bad it's going to be. I think the team's going to be checked out. It's a bunch of veterans on 1-year deals that are going to be, most of them might be playing for a new contract, but most of them are playing for retirement. I'm looking at you, Tyron Smith and Aaron Rodgers.
What do you mean? Aaron Rodgers is coming back. He's going to win the Super Bowl with another team. It's going to be an AFC team, and he's going to eliminate the Jets from playoffs next year.
Wow, the Jets are going to make the playoffs next year for the first time in 15, 16 years? Yeah?
Yep.
Cool. Can't wait.
Yep.
Can't wait.
First game against Aaron Rodgers and his new AFC buddies. And they're taking you down, because that is the most ironic thing that could happen. And, Charlie, let's be honest, these things happen to you.
They do. They happen on a weekly basis to me.
They do.
Like your former first-round pick defensive lineman running back a 94-yard interception for a touchdown.
Yeah.
All right, Mazz, that's going to do it for us in the Picks Pod. We'll be back next week. Hopefully I picked up some games on you, but that remains to be seen.
Can I take credit for one more thing?
Hit me.
I said Daniel Jones was going to the Vikings. I'm going to make another prediction. Daniel Jones will be the next quarterback for the Tennessee Titans in the upcoming seasons.
All right. I'd err on the side of the Raiders, but we'll see.
Ooh. I could also see Miami. I don't know why. I think the Tua time is going to be over. I think he might slide in as a backup there and take the job.
We'll see. I don't know. That contract's too big. I don't know.
We'll see.
You have been listening to the Mazz and Bad Show with Brandon Marrazzo and Charlie Baduini.